Right? So the second case of our series, yesterday I have posted a question. Some of you made it correct, but most of it, the majority is again what? Wrong. So this question, a researcher is interested in an unknown brain region. The region is determined to have various homeostatic properties, right? Whatever the body doing, homeostasis. In the brain region, identified by the X, where the ventromedial nucleus stimulation has happened, which of the following process could be directly altered? It's a simple physiology question, or we can categorize in neurology manner, or our body's response, like to whatever happened, like in the environment. So the question is very simple, but this can be altered in different way. Why the question is confusing, even though the question is very simple, confusing for us. So everyone know our homeostatic center or hunger and thirst center from our lower class. What is it? Hypothalamus, right? So we all know that hypothalamus, part of diencephalon, they are the homeostatic regulator, or they are responsible for hunger and thirst. That everyone knows. Actually, the main nuclei of hypothalamus, we have 8 in number. So question is very significant here. We can have easily confusion. So just to quickly review, what are those 8 nucleus of hypothalamus? One is supraoptic nuclei. Supraoptic nuclei. Above the eye, optic, right? What is the function of it? Everyone know. They produce ADH. ADH is also called antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin, right? They reabsorb water. If anyone have deficiency of it, they will not reabsorb, they will have diabetes insipidus, right? Second nuclei is called paraventricular nuclei. Paraventricular. Everyone know what is the function of paraventricular nuclei? They produce a hormone. What is it? Oxytocin, for milk ejection as well as for what? Uterine contraction during labor. Third nuclei, that is known as lateral nuclei. Lateral nuclei. They are responsible for our hunger. Ashiq is feeling hungry. Hunger. Who is responsible? They regulate hunger. Which one? Lateral. That's why 2 hormones help some. You remember ghrelin. You can remember ghrelin. They stimulate what? Lateral nuclei. And who inhibit it? Leptin inhibits. And who stimulates? Ghrelin. Remember ghrelin, GA. You want to eat more. Leptin, stop, inhibits. So they will make hunger stop. Which one? Leptin. And ghrelin will stimulate it, more hunger. One more nuclei, that is the ventromedial. So the question here, ventromedial nuclei. So the ventromedial nuclei, what they are doing? They are responsible for making you full, satiety. Like, I'm full, I don't need any more food. Who is saying that? The ventromedial nuclei. So they are stimulated by what? Who stimulated? Leptin will be stimulating it. So stop, satiety. Which nuclei? Ventromedial. So we have 4 more. Fifth one, we have something called anterior nuclei. Anterior. Anterior nuclei, that is for cooling your body. Cooling. You tell me if you are cool, relaxed, sympathetic or parasympathetic? Relaxed. So, and they control your parasympathetic system. Anterior. Then we have the 6th nuclei. What is it? Posterior. Opposite of it. If anterior is for cooling, posterior will be for what? Heating your body. Heating. And for what? Parasympathetic, it will be what? Sympathetic. Sympathetic. Then you are having 7th one, suprachiasma, above the chiasma, crossing over point. Suprachiasmatic nuclei, chiasmatic nuclei, right? Supra. It is for circadian rhythm. What is circadian rhythm? The 24 hours cycle. Agreed? When to wake up, when to sleep, who manage it? Remember melatonin hormone, circadian rhythm. Which nuclei? So you are feeling tired, you are energetic in the class. Which nuclei? Suprachiasmatic, right? Then last one, Eighth nuclei is called pre-optic nuclei. Pre-optic. What is the function of pre-optic nuclei? Right? Your sexual behavior. Sexual behavior. What else? Right? They help in releasing GnRH and some form of thermoregulation. Some form of thermoregulation. So total how many nuclei? 8 nuclei. Yes or no? See, we are not expecting the question direct. Right? Today was NEET PG exam. Every exam is becoming clinically oriented. So they can change this in different manner. So again I am saying, normally we can, even the question is simple, we confuse from opposite function. What are the opposite function? One is hunger. Many of you choose the answer as hunger. Hunger versus what? Satiety. Who control hunger? Which nuclei? Lateral nuclei. Who controls satiety? Ventromedial nuclei. There is a high chance we forget it. So from now itself we are remembering a concept, or remember like this. Remember, lateral nuclei injury. Lateral nuclei injury makes you lean. What they makes you? Lean. Lateral for what? Lean. If they are injured, can you eat? Do you have hunger? So you will become what? Lean. Or remember, ventromedial nuclei injury makes you what? Makes you motor, massive, medial, ventrum, because you don't know when to stop eating. Like Ashiq or someone, we keep eating. Someone has to say us, because what is damaged? There is no what? Satiety. Similarly, we have other opposite is what? Cooling and heating. Cooling is by which nuclei? Anterior. Heating is by posterior. How we can remember it? Cooling. Who do cooling? Air conditioner. AC. Right? Who do heating? Remember, hot pot or posterior. Hot pot. Or anterior is for cooling. Then posterior is for heating. Right? So will you forget the 8 nuclei? Everyone. Will you forget the 8 nuclei of hypothalamus? No. And their function. Right? So we have here hunger. Who regulates hunger? Lateral. Who regulates satiety? Ventromedial. Cooling. Anterior. Heating. Tiredness. Suprachiasmatic nuclei. So done with 8 nuclei of what? Hypothalamus. Lifetime.